Are you ready now? I said, are you ready? Here on the Arts Africa show, we bring you the finest and the most creative minds. It's not just Toko. You should see what I'm seeing. Beautiful, strong, sassy, ambitious woman. This is a lady who left her corporate job. She said no to that 9 to 5, no to that steady paycheck, no to that air conditioned office, and said yes to passion, to soul, to dream, to purpose. Because she didn't come to this life to serve no one, she came here to live her life. Damn. Do you know who that is? Angela Nelson, founder, director of Spangles, the brand that makes you beautiful inside out. Because this is a woman who I have goosebumps listening to myself. Gosh, how are you feeling listening to me? Oh, I should drink green tea more often. Angela, beautiful. Before I say any more, I want you to all go on to Facebook, to Africa Global Radio, and take a look at your screens. Please, Joel, let me see my screen. Look at this. Beads. I want to see beads. I see Angela. I want to see, you have to see what we have here on display. And yes, you can come to our offices at Airport Residential Area right behind Association International School. Angela is here. The beads are here. We're doing business. Angie, they want to meet you.
I want to meet them too.
And I want to know more about you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Zakia.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing well, thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. I like this vibe in the studio. It's really fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. What did you eat this morning?
I had a cup of tea and a slice of bread.
From here, we should go and eat wachabi.
Actually, you know.
Time check. It's 12:41 p.m. right here in our base in Accra, Ghana. And it's time for our book reading. Every week on the show, we love our guests to share their favorite books and work of art with us. And today I hear you have something special. What are you reading for us?
So I have a poem from written by Maya Angelou.
Okay.
So I love Maya Angelou because she's a human rights activist.
Okay.
And she speaks on relevant issues.
All right.
And I chose this particular poem, Phenomenal Woman, because it talks about the inner beauty of a woman, not just the stereotypical definition of the beauty of a woman, what a woman should look like, how she should dress and that kind of thing. It's more about what you have, what you are, being confident in yourself and just being you to show your true inner beauty. So that's why I chose this poem.
Amazing. So read it to us.
Okay. And also it reminds me of my late mom.
Oh.
Okay. So pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I am a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me.
Wow.
I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellow stands or falls down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I am a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arc of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. I am a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Thank you.
That is you. Thank you so much. And I cannot believe this is what you chose because it is one of my favorite writings ever.
Oh, cool.
Yes. I find it so sexy, you know, like I am a woman. It is in the span of my hips, right?
Yes.
The reach of my
Arms.
arms and your lips and all of that. And what I find amazing is the fact that she's not built to model size. You don't have to be built to model size. So how do you relate with that in your personal life? Like, have you had situations where you've had to kind of like you've had to reach deep inside to feel more confident because of how other people try to make you feel?
Yes. So I've had to in school, secondary school. I've been chubby. I've always been chubby until I went to secondary school. I never really paid attention to it. And then, you know, in the dormitories, you have all these girls and you have all different figures, shapes and sizes. But I always felt like I wasn't good enough. They always made me feel like you're big. Look at your tummy. Look at this. So it got to a time I had to dig deep down and just rely on the advice of my mom just to be confident in myself. And there again, during my period in secondary school, there was a pageant called Miss African Intellectual. And I did a poem by Maya Angelou and I won.
And you won. you know, it's so important. The reason I asked that is because we live in a society where I think since time immemorial, where society always has these standards for what a woman should look like. And as soon as I first discovered this poem, which was a couple of years ago, whenever I go through even a heartbreak, when I feel rejected by a man, or when someone cheats on me, or when someone rejects me, even, you know, not just in my romantic life, in my career, or I say no, I find myself going back to Maya Angelou, because you know what she looked like, thick, tall, woman, all of her. And I find it hard to believe that we're in a society where people tell us that a woman who looks a particular way or has certain proportions should not be called beautiful. And it's crazy.
It is. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate because beauty does lie in the eyes of the beholder, and we are all beautiful, no matter what forms and what shapes that
we all have particular talents and things to share with the world. So if you keep on suppressing people just by the way they look, they are not able to bring out the talents, the things that can help us all build a better world. So I think it's about time that we all take time to appreciate the inner beauty of human beings,
of course,
so that we can build each other. It's very important.
And hair, I see you have natural hair as well. Is it part of your policy of just accepting yourself naturally?
Yes, it's part of recognizing who I am
or
as
is it
an
more
African
of a convenience
woman.
thing?
First, as an African woman, and it's convenient. It's very convenient. I just couldn't go to the salon all the time.
Sister, that's why I asked too.
I know, right?
You know, because I love your hair.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, look at me wearing wigs. Wigs are expensive.
They are.
I should invest in beads.
Gotcha.
You know, so that was the phenomenal woman reading by Maya Angelou. We are going to come back into that because it's all part of what we're talking about today. Your work, your beads, design, and just accepting your beauty. Now we get into the main dish. All that you had before, those were the starters, appetizers. This is the real deal. Because today we have in our studios Angela Nelson. If you're tuning in right now, thanks for joining us. If you've been here with us since 12 p.m. GMT, thank you so much. We have not too long to go, but the best is yet to come. Angie, welcome to our studios again.
Thank you so much.
I would love for you to introduce yourself to our listeners. Like, who are you and what do you do?
Okay. So Angela Nelson, the CEO, founder, designer, director of Spangles.
Okay.
I do all. And Spangles was born out of a passion for making beautiful things.
Okay.
So making beaded jewelry. And before I branched into Spangles, I was working in the corporate world, so doing your 9 to 5 thing. And I happened to, I enjoyed my work. But then for a period of 10 years, obviously you have moments where things will not be going your way. So there were two low points, if I should put it that way, in my career that kind of initiated the desire to really think about doing something on my own. So the first low point happened somewhere in 2010, and I was so frustrated with the working environment not really utilizing my creativity.
Where were you working?
In a corporate world, was a multinational company.
Okay.
Yes.
At least the industry, oil, finance.
Food, FMCG.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there, I got really frustrated, and then I took some time off. I had some 3-week vacation period. Then I took it, and then I don't know, for some strange reason I happened to be walking in Makola, and I saw these beautiful beads, and they were just calling out to me. So I bought a couple of them, went home, spent time just arranging them, and I was so curious about how to make beautiful things that I'll go take my own jewelry pieces that I had bought and do them just to see how it's done. And I realized that I could spend hours just making the beads, and it brought me so much joy. And going back to work after that 3-week period was difficult, but I managed to do it anyway. So I went, and during the weekends I'll be making beads, and then I'll be wearing them to work, and people were like complimenting me on my pieces. So I was like, oh, so this is something that people actually like.
Yeah.
So I started doing it on a hobby, as a hobby. I'll make them, wear them. Sometimes people ask me, I'll just make them and give it to them for free. And then I moved on in my career. So for a period, I was quite happy until I hit another point where I was like, oh, this is too frustrating. I've always had the desire to do something for myself. So I was like, no, I can't afford to stay here and suppress my dream, my passion. I need to go out there and live it, because life is short.
It is.
And one thing that actually drove me to really get out there and live my passion and my dreams is when my parents passed away in October. So you're right, October is not a really good month. So my parents passed.
Both of them?
Yes. So they passed away
Wow.
11 days from each other. So my mom passed away first, and then my dad.
Oh, that's tragic. So sorry about that. Yeah.
It's made me stronger. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
So when it happened, when my parents passed away, it was Spangles was another thing that helped me take my mind off things, right? So I left the corporate world, decided to really focus on that. So what I was talking about is when my parents died, they both worked in corporate world.
Yeah.
And what I realized is when we're preparing for the funeral, we sent out letters that if you have tributes, come share it so that we can read it out. And they spent their lives working for these companies, and they came back to say that, oh, we don't remember them.
Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you. And some of those who came for the funeral were people who had worked long enough to know them. So just a handful. And I was broken. I was like, how can you sacrifice your whole life working for
an
organizations, and at the end of your life they don't remember you?
Wow.
I might as well just do what I really want to do in this life and leave a legacy. A legacy, something that I'll be remembered by, not even just for myself, but for my children. Let me start something that they can also continue.
Yeah.
At least they have the option to either continue or also
get to do what they want.
Yes. So this is it's one of the reasons why I really left.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds so powerful, and you have been through quite a lot in your young life. I would say, like losing your parents within 11 days of each other. I don't know how you're able to survive that, but I thank God you're sitting down here strong. And once again, I'm so sorry. Sincere condolences.
Thank you.
So I can say that you forming Spangles, it was meant to be because it
I
was,
believe so.
yeah, because from everything you've said,
Mhm.
so you went through like two low points in your career,
Mhm.
and then each time you kind of, went into it, took as a hobby,
Mhm.
but it's like the calling kept coming, and you
Mhm.
had to push harder. And unfortunately, it had to take such a tragic event for you to make it
I know.
more. So let me just ask you this
Mhm.
question, right? Let me play the devil's advocate. If your former job were to call you back and offer you like any amount of money, like your dream amount of money to come work for them, would you leave Spangles and go work?
I'll tell you this, I'm not making as much money as I wish I know I can make
Mm-hmm.
with Spangles at the moment, but the fulfillment and joy I get from doing this, it's priceless.
It's priceless.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the reason I asked that is that we, once again, live in a society
Mm.
where we lose focus or sight of what is important. We are a consumer driven society where it's all about like money
Mhm.
and where the biggest money is. But you have just said something so profound that it's not about how much you've been paid if
Mhm.
your soul is not happy.
Yes.
I mean, how do you pass away? They don't remember you. Like I have, I was gonna say, parents or
Mhm.
friends, but my mom has worked for 20, 30 years, and just hearing you speak makes me scared because, like, how do you give into a company? You give them your life, you give them
Mhm.
over what 9 hours of your day,
Mhm.
you make them multimillionaires, and then they don't even remember you.
Mhm.
So why beads though? It could have been what, clothing? Like, is it only beads you make, or you make clothing as
No,
well?
I just make beads.
So what it is about beads that just fascinates you?
So, like I said, during the period that I was on break and I went to the market, they called to me. So I guess we
Yeah.
are meant to be. So they called out to me and I answered. I just like colors. I just like the way they make you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Some pieces make you feel really regal, like the
Yeah.
one I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it called? Do you have a name for your pieces? Yeah.
Yes. So this particular one, I named it after my mom.
Oh,
So it's called the Ameyoto.
Amayoto.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
So it's an Adan name, which means one of my own.
Okay.
Yes. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's fantastic. I
Thank you.
love your pieces. I
Thank
love
you.
all your jewelry designs.
Thank you.
So how do you come out with the various designs? Do you literally like fall asleep and wake up, with a pencil and a pad by your bed, like to sketch, or you are just inspired by the daily going ons of your life?
I take inspiration from all the things around me, but particularly I love colors. I love to play with colors. So you can
Yeah.
see I'm always doing two-tone colors or just mixing colors. And how I get inspired, I see flowers. I'm like, this, maybe if I get a particular bead, I can make it into something colorful, something beautiful.
Yeah.
And sometimes the ideas just come to me. I'll be thinking about how to improve upon my product, and an idea would just come to me, and then I'll try it. Other times, I'll just go to the market, buy certain things. I'll see a particular bead, and I just buy it without having any idea as to what I'm going to make out of it.
Okay.
But then as I sit back trying to sort things out, ideas just pop into my head. Other times I just go on Pinterest just to get inspiration and then come up with something of my own.
Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing. You know what? I'd like you to educate me a little bit about beads because, I know everything, but I don't know that much. So when I think of beach, right? I'm thinking of okay, this is where you guys need to watch us because you can't miss. This is a very visual show. You need to watch us on Facebook. We are streaming to you live. Find us on Facebook, Africa Global Radio. Watch us because you have to see the beads and what I'm about to ask. If you don't see, you won't understand. When I think beads, I'm thinking of the beaded, the round things around your neck, right? But I see some of your designs; they look like buttons a bit.
Yes.
Are those all called beads? Or beads are a specific material?
Okay. So, beads in Africa, most of the time, in the past, it was mainly about metals, bones.
Oh, bones.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Bones of animals, sometimes even teeth. So it was during when the Europeans came to colonize us, it was a form of, they brought these glass beads, and those were some sort of currency
Okay.
to buy goods, even slaves. So I guess when they bought them, the local people started trying to make them. That's how come we have these glass beads, like the one I have on. We have these glass beads being made here in Ghana.
Okay.
But we have different types of beads, and I work with beads from across the world. However, I try to use a lot of our local beads. So these ones, for example, are called vinyl disc beads. No, locally they're called coffee beads.
That's what I was calling the buttons.
Yes.
Bless me.
So these are vinyl disc beads, and I
Okay.
love them because they come in different colors and different sizes. So we have the small to the big sizes, and I love to blend them. So you can see that they are of different
They are different sizes, because if you're looking right now, you can see that, like, if you wear them from the top of the neck, you have the smallest, tiniest pieces, and then they get a little bigger, and then until the huge ones are down there. I think I love the vinyl disc beads because they look like they are light as well. They are not heavy.
They are very light.
They-
And what I normally get, the complaints I get when I ask people, why don't you like wearing African beads or beads? They'll say, oh, they're heavy, and I want to just walk around quickly. And I'm like, try these. These are very light. They're fun. They're colorful. So yeah.
You see, so I'm thinking that there's a lot of miseducation, because a lot of people like me think beads are the chunky ones, like what you're wearing, like it has to be round or it has to be oval shaped to be called a bead. But these are all different kinds of beads, and I love the vinyl. So apart from that, I've heard of, like, you know, a few. There's this word. Oh my gosh, this is not the time for my brain to fail me. Anyway, so do you source all of your products from Ghana?
Yes, I do. Most of the beads, I
Most
do
of them.
source them from Ghana on our local market.
Okay.
So I go to Makola, I go to Abubulushi, Kufuria, you know, and I have a few in Dodowa and then East Legon as well. And I pick these beads. I come home, and there's one particular guy, Tet Beads. He makes really, like the ones I have here, they're smooth. So I
Oh, he makes them himself?
Yes, he makes them.
What are these made from?
Recycled glass.
Tell me about that.
Yes, so these, I like his because they're smooth. So when I want to make really upscale pieces, I use those ones just to have that smooth. They don't pull on your clothes. They're just nicely done.
They're nice.
Nicely
Wow,
done.
that looks
Yes.
amazing.
And then, so this I call Poman. I named it after myself. It was one of the, when I left the corporate world, this was my first design.
Okay.
And then this one is called Cooks, named after my niece.
So I see you're a family person.
I am. My clients are family-oriented people too.
Good.
So, and then I have the seed beads with the vinyl disc beads, and I call it Cooks. There's another variant here, that is the vinyl disc and the seed bead, but it's on the side.
Yeah.
So this one I called Anongo after my big sister.
Oh.
And then I come to this one, and I'm sure you can guess the inspiration. Wakanda.
I should have seen that.
Yes.
Yeah, because when I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? This doesn't look like kind of beads you wear out every day.
Yeah.
It's so regal. It's like, yeah, I see that. I see this on a black attire, or, you know, I mean, maybe like a bare chested, whatever,
an
you know.
off-shoulder
Yes,
kinda,
an off-shoulder kind of
yes,
thing, you know, on
clothes.
your beautiful African chest, and you just walk in there with a headgear
I
going
know,
on.
right?
This is so regal. Is that the most expensive piece?
No, I am developing a collection at the
Okay.
moment because I've realized that the people who patronize my product are middle-aged women. Oh, you should see them. They are the phenomenal woman I'm talking about.
Yes.
They are in their middle ages.
That is the prime of your
I'm
life,
telling
actually.
you, and
yeah.
they do not make any excuses at all for what they do. They have fun, and then I see that they are very colorful. So what I'm trying to do going forward is to have semi-precious and precious material beads and stones to make them into colorful necklaces to suit their taste too, because I can see that they appreciate the colorful things.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time people go wear our beads only for weddings, traditional occasions, churches. But nowadays, and especially for spangles, we're trying to make designs that are contemporary. So I don't think you've seen beads arranged like this on the market, so that you can wear them with your Western clothing, you can wear them with your traditional clothing, and you can take them anywhere. You can take this to the office. You can, as I'm sitting here, don't I just look amazing?
You do
if
look
I may
amazing.
say so myself.
You do. You
Yes,
do.
so I'm trying to make local beads more accessible to people so that they know where and that they can wear them with anything, be it a local clothes, a kaba and slate, or a Friday wear any day.
And you know, the thought that just, like, that just crossed my mind right
Mhm.
now. We do not appreciate what we have here, right? Because I mean, you did mention when you talk of, like the beads or like the local, like, I mean, like like we don't basically appreciate our creative stuff. We
Mhm.
prefer
Mhm.
Western stuff.
Yes.
And when you think of African jewelry, you are waiting for Friday wear. You're
Mhm.
waiting for, I don't know, to wear cover and slit. But shouldn't we make it such that people, like the way I have,
Mhm.
and I'm ashamed to say, I have like this gold, necklace going on my neck.
Mhm.
Can we have pieces where, you can just throw on your neck if you're going for a lunch, if you're
Yes.
just going on, so that it doesn't have to be like occasion
Mhm.
only
Mhm.
that we wear beads?
Yes. And for example, the one I'm wearing,
Because I'm sure there's a problem with younger people,
yes,
especially.
exactly. The one I'm wearing, for example,
Yeah.
I can be going for a brunch
Yeah.
and just wear my tie and dye with this necklace.
Yes.
You could also wear this vinyl disc. Like I
Okay.
said, they're very light. So then, if you are busy at work, you don't want to feel burdened with a heavy
Mhm.
necklace. You can wear these and just go about your daily duties. And when you want to just complement your Western costume with a bit of tradition, just to make it unique, you can throw on something like this.
Mhm.
It's just it's just complimentary. Yeah.
Do you find that our jewelry, our African traditional jewelry, is more appreciated outside of Africa than here in our homeland?
Yes. Like I said earlier on, most people or most Ghanaians normally wear their local beads when they're going for services, church services, funerals, and things like that. I've come to realize that the diasporan community appreciate beads more than our local folks.
Mm.
They want to feel a connection to the African continent.
Yeah.
So you see them with our bracelets, our necklaces, and yes, I do get orders from the US. When people who come from the US to visit,
Mhm.
they contact me and get some of their locally beaded necklaces,
Yeah.
just so they can take a bit of Africa home.
I am looking at amazing pictures of your models, and they are amazing. There's this one that I've seen. It's a one piece. Once again, do forgive me if I don't get the terms correct. Okay, so most of the beads you've displayed,
Mhm.
except the Wakanda, they are all layered.
Yes,
They are
yes.
all layered beads.
Multi-strand,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's what we call multi-strand.
Yes.
That was why I was saying that from the perspective of a younger person,
Mhm.
when I look at this, then I'm thinking I have to dress up. So I'm thinking younger people want like simpler layered,
Single.
and I have
Right.
seen you have that
Yes,
already, and
yes.
so I want us to talk about that because I feel like that would be more that is what younger people would be more interested in.
You're right.
Yeah, because this is so simple.
Mhm.
You do not need to have to go to a wedding to have it. And I would love, is there a way we can show more of the pictures from the models, because the model is amazing. I think she's in her 20s, and this just shows that you don't have to even be middle aged
Mhm.
in order to rock beads. Tell
Yes.
me about this. Is my personal favorite, the single strand, the black, and then the gold.
Okay. So this one.
And the earrings, you made the earrings as well?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. This particular necklace
Yeah.
is made also from vinyl disc.
Oh, are you
Yes.
I was
these
going to
are-
ask, are you sure? I'm so sorry. Oh, so
So
there are multiple discs
exactly
closely
packed
packed together.
Exactly. So I've also
Oh.
heard comments like yours saying that, oh, I don't like wearing beads because they're a bit much and they're a bit heavy. So that's why I came up with this other simple yet beautiful and colorful necklace where people can just rock it any day, anytime.
Wow, this is amazing. So for now, you don't have like a complete collection yet. So you just
No.
make, I mean, single pieces.
Yes, this particular collection I made it because I got quite a few comments about them, how the multi-strands are a bit much for them. I made this also for the there was this pageant, Miss Tourism Ghana pageant, and they wanted something for a casual look. So I decided to make that particular collection, particularly for the Miss Tourism Ghana project.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just got a WhatsApp from one of our listeners asking to ask if your beads are feminine because he knows there are men who wear beads as well. So do you have pieces that men can rock as well?
Okay. So currently, I do more of feminine things.
Okay.
However, I have bracelets
You have
that
bracelets.
I
Okay.
make for unisex bracelets, so both male, female can wear.
I see stuff there. What's
Yes.
that? Yeah.
So if you go on my Spangles page on Instagram or Facebook, you see some of my stories or feed that I have cute key rings. They are made
Oh.
from beads. So we have the local glass beads as well as the seed beads. And these are key rings. So you can...
This is so creative.
So
Are
there
we
you go.
getting? Yeah.
So you
yeah,
can...
Yeah. So we're actually getting it.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting this right. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this looks like a man.
It's a human being.
Yeah, yeah. It's a human being.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So, you can put your key on it, or for ladies, sometimes they come with the hooks, so you can hang it on your bag as a bag charm. So
Yeah.
what I'm experimenting with right now is to make it more fun.
Yes.
So I started I'm thinking of how to clothe them. So you have one that has the intuma, like how the males put on their traditional fabrics.
Yes.
And then something the wrapper around the woman. So I'm playing with the idea, and then we'll see how things go. I'll keep you posted.
No, but so far I'm telling you, so very, very amazing. Cause I love how very like you are not doing what everyone else does.
Yes.
Yes, cause you make jewelry, but you're not just like making necklaces and earrings. I love the fact that you've gone into making like the key holders and then the
Bag charms.
bag charms because we ladies like it. iPhone users especially.
You see.
No hate, but this is amazing. And there are more pictures. There's this one as well that we're looking right now on the screen. The red and the green.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
tell us about that.
with it's just like it's made of the same material as the Wakanda bead. So there's
Okay.
the highlight bead. It's
Okay.
actually a semi-precious stone, or bead, and it's got healing properties as well. Yes,
What
it
does
keeps
it
you
heal?
calm. It takes away stress.
Oh, it does it.
Yes,
do?
and it repels a negative energy.
Oh, I love that. What
Yes.
did you say the name of the bead is?
Highlight.
Highlight.
HOWLITE.
Okay.
Okay, and so like I said, I want to get my clients who like my colorful things to also have things that are semi-precious. So if they want to go for upscale necklaces and pieces, they have that option as well. So very soon I'll come up with a complete collection with, like I said, semi-precious and precious stones and beads,
Okay,
yeah.
so that you have like so most of the collection will be affordable, but
Yes.
if you want to spend a little bit more, there's that. I love the fact that you said that this is a healing
Yes,
bead
a
because it
healing
comes. I think I'm going to be asking you for that when we are done.
Cool.
So I love it. Like, so when you choose your materials, you're not just going for what is beautiful. You are
Yeah.
also really interested in
And-
what works from inside, because we know
Yes.
beauty starts from inside. You
Good.
know,
Yeah.
I'm asking this because there's a lot of material out there, and then for me personally, right, when I'm buying like my whatever earrings or any kind of jewelry, I'm very particular about the material because I'm allergic to a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you kind of like do your research about what would react?
So normally I use alloy metals
Okay.
for my findings, and even in Ghana, what I've noticed is that the findings are not nicely finished. So I'm having to import some of the findings, and I've seen a lot on
When you say findings, what do you mean?
findings are the hooks, the bead
Ah,
cups.
okay.
Yes, and then the chain extensions. So I'm looking into other materials that people don't react
React
to.
to.
So I've seen hooks made of plastic, made of hypoallergenic materials. So
Material.
it's something I'm seriously considering because I've gotten feedback from clients
Okay.
about that. Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is that you're unable to get these findings in Ghana, or they're not
They are here, but they, you know, when people sometimes go to China, they go for the low grade material. So
Yeah.
and I really want to give my clients the best. So I try to source from outside and get the best.
You know, so this is basically we have we have a vacant, is that a word to use? Because you know what, we are here complaining that we don't have jobs, you know, and then people are fighting for jobs and there's no money, but we have actually, like we have a lot of space to grow, and there's a lot of spaces within the economy, and where people can do amazing things. So you make, like fantastic jewelry, and now
Thank
you need findings.
Yes.
So I just hope our listeners are listening, and this is an opportunity for someone to go into the finding sector. Is that the right thing to
Yes,
say?
findings.
You
yes.
know, to make sure that they can produce the kind of quality material that you need, so that you do not have to send that money outside, and then we can actually source
Source
all
from-
of our products here.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things that we can do, and I can see there's more. That you have so many more beads. Tell us about
Thank
this
you.
piece. What is it
So
called?
that's another variant of the Amayoto necklace. So that's
Okay.
the black and white. It's made from
That's the black and white,
Yes,
okay.
recycled glass beads. All of the components are made from recycled glass beads, and I always try to blend the colors.
I see that. And I love the earring. So when you come up with a bead design, then you think of what earring would
To go
complement
with it exactly.
Okay. So where would I wear this Amayoto to?
Like me sitting here going for my branch, a meeting interview with you.
Okay.
And then you can also wear it to your church, your weddings, outdooring. You can also rock this on your suit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a corporate woman in her jacket and this on?
When you walk into the room, you do not need to say much. That's what I've realized about, wearing the right kind of jewelry. When you wear the right kind of jewelry, it's not even really important what your outfit is. That you don't have to think too much about, wearing an expensive dress or an
Yes.
expensive suit, because these are so regal. You walk into a room and there's respect. When I came into the reception and sitting there, I'm like, this is not a woman that you play with, because I look at how you're dressed, and it's very important. And so we go into our next picture. I love this with a headband. Oh, and there's a bit of, is that gold?
No, this is brass.
Oh, it's
So
brass.
this particular collection I call the Obasima collection, and if you take notice of the symbol on the brass, it's the Idinkra symbol, which is the wooden comb, a diafin. So it's a symbol that shows femininity. It's a woman who takes care of herself. So that's why I called it Obasima.
Obasima.
Oh,
What
yes.
does Obasima mean?
Obasima is a woman who takes care of herself, a lady,
A
a
lady.
woman with all the virtues that you look for in a right woman. Obasima.
I love the earrings of
Thank
this
you.
of
Obasima.
this of Obasima. I see there's a quill at the end.
Unfortunately, I had to import
You had
that.
to import it. Okay,
Yes.
so what you did was get it and then you put a bead.
Yes, so you see the earring is made of vinyl disc. I work
Okay.
with a lot of vinyl discs.
I see that.
And then recycled glass.
Oh, this is so beautiful. How much is this Obasima piece?
So this one goes for 200 CDs.
Oh, and that's so affordable.
I'm telling you.
It comes with the earrings?
It comes with the earrings. All my pieces come with earrings.
Okay, but if someone wanted to buy it, do you sell them separate?
It can be arranged. It's no problem at
That
all.
is business.
I'm telling you.
So you work in the beauty industry. Oh, before we so 200 Ghana cedis, that's about $40
Yes.
for our listeners, because we are a global radio station. Of course, we are streaming to you live from our base in Accra, Ghana. You know how time flies when you're having a great time, because there's so much to talk about. Because I love talking about the beauty industry, because I feel like that is where a lot of work needs to be done, because the social media, young girls are watching and seeing how people are living their lives. And I think that for you working in the beauty industry, you have the opportunity to actually recreate and rewrite some of the negative notions and
Yes.
conceptions. So I love that you're a phenomenal woman. I love that your business is driven not just by profit making, by that deeper sense of doing what is right. The Spangles journey has been amazing for you.
Yes.
What are some of your highlights, like your proudest moments? Anything comes to mind, like when you were like, oh, I dressed this person or I did that, your biggest achievement so far?
Okay, so one that readily comes to mind is
Yeah.
when I met Denta MBE. I'm sure you know her.
Yeah.
And I met her at a function. She's a very nice lady, very supportive. I spoke to her and I told her that, oh, I'm into beaded jewelry and I would want to just send her some for her to see if it's something she likes. And then so we got into contact. I sent her a couple of them. Then I saw her posting on social media that, oh, this jewelry was made by Spangles, and she hasn't just worn it once, a couple of times. And it's something to be proud of for
Of course it
someone of her stature to really want to wear it not just once, but a couple of other times and different other occasions. It's something that I was quite proud of. And then another instance was when I met a man. He's an event organizer, a big man who is into event management. And we were talking. I said, oh, I'm from Spangles. He's like, oh, I see your stuff all over. I was like, so you're going
Oh.
places. So that was interesting. That was nice. Yeah.
You know, a good name is better than riches, because when you do your work and you do it well, you don't even need to say too much. Because I'm
Yes.
sure when Denta, and this is Denta MBE, this is somebody who has been recognized by the Queen of England. So when
Yes.
she's wearing your beads, she has, like a
Clout,
global
yeah.
audience, and she has clout.
Yes.
She wears it. Someone else also asked about it, and you're growing. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
I am so proud of how bold and courageous you've been diving into this and following your passion. I'm a very passionate person myself, and I am the personification of just following your dream. And whenever I meet people like myself, I know that, you know what, we are a tribe, and I pray that we take over very soon, because
Yeah.
I feel the world is going to be a better place when people start staying true to themselves.
Exactly.
What does the future hold for Spangles?
So with Spangles, from my journey, it's been a beacon of hope for me,
Yeah.
a source of hope, knowing that, oh, I have something to fall back on, and an avenue to express myself, my passion, live my passion, my dreams. So what I intend to do in future is to give the opportunity to younger people too, especially those who are in the creative arts or field.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in learning how to make beads, beaded jewelry, or even other aspects of art, I want to collaborate with other people, other entrepreneurs who can take these people on and train them, not necessarily on just making
Jewelry.
these art
Yeah.
jewelry pieces or painting or whatever it is, but also to teach them how to manage a business, because it's very important. It's not enough to just know a trade or know a craft. You need to be able to manage it as a business, manage your
You
books,
have to be able to monetize it.
monetize it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we're almost out of time, so I have to rush you a bit. What advice would you give to anyone who is feeling stuck, not just in a 9 to 5, because it doesn't have to be a 9 to 5, who is feeling stuck in their life and want to follow their dream, but they are afraid right now? What inspirational advice would you give to them?
So I would say be bold.
Yes.
You have to follow your dreams, follow your passion. And the last but not the least is be persistent. Because with persistence, you'll be able to achieve your goals. People sometimes are just about making a breakthrough and then they quit. So stick with it. Stick with it,
Stick with
and
it.
you make it.
Where can we find Spangles Jewellery? Your location, your social media handles, and all that.
So I'm in Tema. I live in Tema. I work from home. But you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at spangles.gh. And our website is coming out very soon, so look out. I'll be making noise on it on the social media platform, so you can easily have access to my product. But as it is now, you can reach me on 0244 662823 plus 233 244 662823. And you can send me a message, a WhatsApp message, go on our social media platforms and send me a DM, and then we can take the discussion from there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Angela,
too.
for being on the show. It has been amazing. We have learned so much. You are so talented. Wishing you all the best in
Thank
your
you.
journey.
Thank
May
you
you
so
make
much.
lots of money, but most importantly, may you continue to find the joy and fulfillment in the work that you do.